So hello everyone, welcome to another video of the series Python Snippets interview series with Akansha Academy. So in this series, we are discussing Python interview related questions which you'll be getting during your interviews, whether you are appearing for data engineering interviews or automation tester interviews or any interviews which involves or which tries to test your Python knowledge. There you'll be getting Python coding questions. Okay. So here we'll be discussing three questions, and those will be very, very important for your upcoming interviews. So be with us, follow us, okay, on YouTube, and try to check the entire playlist, and it will be we can assure you it will be very useful for your interview. Okay, and let's start with the first question. So this is check if a number is Armstrong. So this is a very normal question, a regular question which people ask you during your interview. So before that, we need to understand what is an Armstrong. Okay, so let's suppose this is the number 123. Okay, and the length of 123 is 3, right? So the sum of all the numbers raised to the length of the this number, which is 3, if it is equal to the actual number, then it will be called Armstrong. But 123 total is 38. Okay, 1 to the power 3, 2 to the power 3, and 3 to the power 3 is 38. Okay, but when we take example of 370, it is 3 to the power 3 is 27, 7 to the power 3 is 743, and 0 to the power 3 is 0, which is total number is 370, and actual number is also 370. So 370 can be called uh, an Armstrong number, right? So we'll try to code this. Okay, we'll try to create a function in which we'll be taking argument n. Okay, which will be the number, and let's initialize total equal to 0, where we'll be calculating the total number, and s will be, we'll typecast it to a string so that we can loop through the numbers. Okay, for I in s, total equal to total plus I to the power length of s, right? This is the thing we do in Armstrong. And if total equal to n, then return true, else return false, right? So we'll try to test a few things. Is Armstrong 123? Okay, there is some issue in the function definition. Sorry. Since this is a string, we need to typecast it. So this is giving us false. And when we check with any actual Armstrong number, it will return true, right? So I hope, guys, this question was very interesting, and it is clear also how to break down a problem into actual implementation steps, and then we'll start coding it, right? So similarly, we'll move on to the next question. Find factorial without recursion. Okay. So now we'll define what is a factorial. Let's suppose we talk about 4 factorial. Okay. 4 factorial. It is something like 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. Till 1 we'll be going. So 4 into 3 into 2 is 24. So factorial 4 is 24. Now let's suppose we need to find out 5 factorial. So this is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. Okay. So we need to create a function so that we can find out the factorial. Okay. So for this, let's suppose we'll write def find factorial, and we'll take n as the input for I in range 0. So in this, it should go till n plus 1 because n plus 1 is excluding. So if we write range 1 to 4, it will go till 3. Okay. But we need to go till the actual number. So total equal to total into I. And then what we'll do, we'll return total. This is the factorial for you. Now let's suppose find factorial of 5. I hope this will return. This is returning us 0. Okay, we initialize, it should be initialized with 1. So this is giving us 120. So we are just utilizing our concept of looping through a range in order to find the factorial, right? So I think this is also clear, and try to think first, guys. Like whenever you are given a question, you should think like what should be our approach. We should understand the question, and then we should decide on the approach with which we'll be uh, creating our solution, and then finally comes the coding part. In interview also, let's suppose, like I also take many interviews related to data engineering, and there, if the candidate is very clear on the approach and somehow he is able to uh, like to a great extent he is able to start the implementation, even if the syntax is incorrect, most of the interviewers will give you a benefit of your approach. Like if your approach is correct, definitely like they'll be happy to take you along and like suggest your profile for the next round, right? So we should be having a problem solving attitude or like approach. If your problem solving is good, if you are able to understand the problem and somehow try to like find out a solution to the problem, then eventually you will be able to code, or you'll be able to understand a code which is written by others as well. Okay. So let's move to the next question, which is generate a Fibonacci sequence of up to n terms. Okay. So let's suppose what is Fibonacci series? Let's suppose we are finding the Fibonacci total of up to 4 letters. Okay. So it will be if you take Fibonacci till one letter, it will be 0. Then if it is a Fibonacci sequence of 2, it will be 1. Then post that, what we'll do, okay, for the third element, we'll be taking sum of last and second last. So 0 plus 1 is 1. I think it has given us a wrong recommendation. It will be 1. Then the fourth element will be 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. Next element is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. Okay. So similarly, we can find the Fibonacci sequence. Okay. So we are clear if it is till if it is Fibonacci sequence till first one term, okay, it will be 0. Otherwise, we need to return 0, 1. And then post that, we need to sum the last and the second last element in the sequence. And then we'll be getting the we can add up till the end term, and we can return whatever value we need. So a Fibonacci sequence of 4 terms will be 0, 1, 1, 1, and 2. Right? So I think the Fibonacci sequence problem is clear with you. Now the approach is also clear. Okay, we will print the first and the second element, and then we'll keep adding for the next element, the last and the second last. Okay, so for the third, we'll be adding the second and the first. For fourth, we'll be adding the third and the second. For fifth, we'll be adding the fourth and the third. Okay, so n minus 1 and n minus 2 we need to add for nth term, right? So we'll try to define Fibonacci series, and we'll take n as an argument. It will be an integer. And what we can do, if n equal to 1, before that, we'll define what is an empty list. If n equal to 1, return statement will write and if n is greater than equal to 2, if it is 2, we'll initialize with 0 and 1. Now for I in a range two till the number next element will be equal to, as we said, I minus 1 plus I minus 2th element in this, and will append next element to the fib. And then at the very end, what we'll do, we'll try to return this. So we have defined our Fibonacci sequence, Fibonacci series, right? And this is the definition. We'll try to call it once. And as we said, let's test with 4. So it is giving us 0, 1, 1, 2. And let's suppose, since we have coded, now we'll enjoy the perks of completing the coding. So it is giving us 0. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 13 is 34. So we are getting the entire list of Fibonacci series. Okay. So I think the approach was clear, okay, and the problem was clear. And also, while we coded, we tried to keep it very simple because getting to the solution is the first step towards solving a problem. We could have used lambda function, we could have used list comprehensions as well, but for now it is intended for anyone. Maybe it is a beginner, okay, maybe it is someone who has never coded as well, who has basic understanding of Python. So this series will be beneficial for them. Follow Akansha Academy. Okay, please subscribe to our channel. Please like the video if you are still in the video. Okay, press the thumbs up button and share it with your friends and with your colleagues to whom it will be useful. And follow the entire series and try to solve the problem yourself, because the best way to learn is by implementing. So try to code the any kind of problem, and then you will be learning it step by step, and eventually you will be ready and prepared for the interview, and it will show on your face when you code. You'll be very confident. Okay, thank you so much. We'll be back again with another video.